What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I will be talking about Chelsea and what trophies can they win this season in the this season in general, rather. So we all know Chelsea won't be playing the Champions League and they won't be playing the Europa League as well, which is sad to say. So they're just going to be in the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, and the Premier League. So I'll first of all start with the Carabao Cup. For the Carabao Cup, of course, it's the Blues, it's Chelsea. They have what it takes to win the Carabao Cup. They've done it in the past. They have the squad depth to do it. They have a good manager that can deliver the cup for them. And I feel they are one of the favourites to win it, considering the fact that they are just going to be playing only on Saturday and on Sunday. The same thing applies with the FA Cup as well. They have the squad depth. They've done it in the past, and just Saturday and Sunday football, that's the Premier League. So they just I don't even know what would be the excuse for them not to win either of those cups, because there's no much games to play. It's just Saturday, Sunday, and you have the squad depth to do it. So if they don't win it, I'll be very, very surprised, considering the fact that they are the favourite to win as compared to the other teams who happen to be in the Champions League or the Europa League. Now let's go to the Premier League. The Premier League, and I don't think Chelsea can win the Premier League this season. Not because Chelsea don't have the team, or not because their manager is a bad manager. It's far from that. The reason why I don't see Chelsea winning the Premier League this season is because it's Pochettino's first season. He needs to understand the players. He needs to select his first 11. He needs to understand the club. So there's a lot of work to be done this first season. Very few players come into the Premier League in their first season and win the Premier League. Like very, very few. I say very few players, very few managers rather. Very few managers come into the Premier League and win the Premier League in their first season. Very few managers do it, and I don't see it happening for Pochettino this season, because he needs to build his team. He needs to understand his team. He needs to know which players he can trust to give him the results he wants. So, and another issue again is they don't have the top 9. Chelsea don't have a top 9, and that's where it will affect them winning the Premier League. If they even have a chance to win the Premier League, I would say they have a 70% chance to win the Premier League if they get a top 9. But even with a top 9, it will still be difficult, because Pochettino still needs to understand the team. He still needs to build his squad. He needs time. It's a long-term project. It's not a one-year project for Pochettino. Pochettino is a manager that needs time, because we saw what he did at Spurs. It took him time to build his team, and when the team clicked for him, he did well. I would say he did a very good job at Spurs. They got to the Champions League final. Yes, they didn't win a trophy, but at one point he built a very, very strong team that could compete in any competition. And another thing again, we should expect from Pochettino this season is player improvement. We saw it in Spurs. He improved players like Dele Alli, Son, Wayama, Sissoko, Eriksen, the early stages of Harry Kane. Like, Pochettino really improved players. So if that's one thing Chelsea fans and the board should expect from him, the likes of Modric, who I don't know why people are criticizing that boy. It's his first season. He's a kid. Only players come into the league and don't hit the ground running. Some players come into the league and hit the ground running. It's his first season. Change of environment, change of staff, change of teammates. So I don't know why they keep criticizing him. I believe under Pochettino, the boy might come out good, because Pochettino has the ability to bring out the best in players. That's one thing he's very, very good at. So under Pochettino, Modric might come out good. That's one of my predictions under him. I believe Pochettino will bring out the best in him. But for winning the Premier League, it's a long project. I feel 2 years down the line, yes, it's very possible, because then he knows his team, he knows his first 11, he knows the players he can trust. For this season, I'm not even sure the board expect him to win the Premier League this season. It will be more of get us back into the Champions League, build your team, and maybe try to win the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup. If he wins the Premier League, he did beyond expectation, and I'll be very, very surprised. Like, I'll be very surprised if Pochettino wins the Premier League this season, because I know how difficult it is for a manager to come in his first season and win the Premier League. I think the only person that I can't, at the top of my head, Mourinho. Pep didn't win it in his first season. Klopp didn't win it in his first season. At the top of my head, it's just Jose Mourinho. I don't know if Ancelotti won it in his first season with Chelsea. I can't recall. I don't know, but I know how difficult it is. I know how difficult it is. So for this season, Pochettino just have to build his team, get Chelsea back into the Champions League, and try to win either the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup. 2 years down the line, I believe they will have a team that can actually compete to win the Premier League. For this season, it will be very hard. It will be very, very, very hard, because he doesn't even know his first 11, and they still even need to get a striker. Even with a striker, I still believe it's not possible with a striker. They just have the percentage, the chances of them winning it might be high, but I still believe it's not possible even with a striker. And if they have to get a striker, they need someone that can give them at least 25 Premier League goals. 25 Premier League goals. So for this season, the Premier League is out of reach. Not, like I said, not because Pochettino is a bad manager. Chelsea, very good manager. He did well at PSG. He did well at Spurs. So considering the fact that the board is backing him, and I believe they will give him time, he will come out good in Chelsea. He will come out good. But for this season, the Premier League, out of reach. Just depends. But the other two competitions, the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, is very, very possible. Very possible. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you think Pochettino can win the Premier League this season, or you feel it's a long-term project? Like I said, for me, it's just more about qualifying for the Champions League. They have a chance. They can actually win the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup. That's it for me. But the Premier League is out of reach. Thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.